Hello everyone, welcome to the world of embedded system. Today in this video we are going to learn about the roadmap for embedded system. Before getting started, let me first introduce myself. I am Mamata J, who is an electronics engineer. In electronics skill, I have a module called embedded system programming. So now I'm here for teaching you all embedded system. Let's get started. So, firstly, what is embedded system? Where do we see this? Where are they? Right? If you just take a look around yourself, there is multiple examples for embedded system. For an example, I can tell you your smartphones, your smartwatches, the AirPods which you use, the vehicles which we ride every day, the EV vehicles or your car, and also I can give you an example of home appliances like microwave and washing machine. So these are some of examples for embedded system. Now, what is embedded system? Embedded system is nothing but the combination of software and hardware which is optimized to do one specific task. I could say like it's the logic inside your smartwatch. It's the precision timing running inside your microwave. So this is what embedded system is. Now, the first question which would strike in your mind is why should I learn this? Right? So, here I'll explain you why we need embedded system. See, the world is running so fast. The technologies are improving. We are getting smarter, smart things around us, smart homes, smart cities, smartphones, smartwatch. So many things are growing so fast, and for embedded, there is a high demand in the industries. So, if we learn embedded system, we are building a future-proof career at the intersection of hardware and software. So here you can see the demand for embedded engineers, the salary package for an embedded engineer in our country. So let's go to the next slide. And here is the roadmap for our sessions. So firstly, we'll be dealing with binary numbers, basic and advanced C language, and a touch on the electronics part. Okay. And then we'll be learning about the microcontroller, its peripherals like GPI opens, PWM, UART, I2C, SPI, and ADC, IRQ. So you will be knowing in detail about these topics in the upcoming sessions. We'll be also learning about the free RTOS and the bare metal, Wi-Fi modules, MQTTs, and Bluetooth modules. And finally, we'll be also learning how to debug these things, like even the hardware modules or the software part. If there is a crash, if something happens, so how will I debug it? That also we'll be learning in the upcoming sessions. So let's go to the foundation. Firstly, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be dealing or learning the binary numbers and number systems, basics of electronics, C program, as I mentioned, the basic level C language, which is variables, I can say, pointers, arrays, if else statements, for loops, and etc. And in advanced level, we'll be learning about the structures, uh, bit manipulators, and etc. Okay, so next we'll be learning about the digital logics also, like if I'm writing a code, what is the logic running behind that code? Either it is 0 or 1, or it is an signal, whatever it is, that logic behind each and every line we'll be learning. And here we go. So, intentionally, I have hidden the free resources. To get your today's PPT and the free resources, please join our Telegram group. The link will be given in the description box. Okay, let's get back to the topic. Firstly, we'll be learning about the microcontroller which we are using, the architecture of the microcontroller, the software which we use for that microcontroller to work, where we write the code, how we flash it, how we build that, and also the peripherals, as I mentioned earlier, the GPIO pins, timers, PWM, and the UART serial debugging. All these things we'll be learning after knowing about the microcontroller. Okay, so again, to get the free resource and the PPT, please join our Telegram group. The link will be given in the description box. Now, going to peripherals and protocols. So, what are these I2Cs, SPIs, UART, and ADC? These are protocols where they communicate each other. If I'm connecting a module to my microcontroller, so how will they communicate? To which, using which pins they communicate each other? Either it is an one-way communication or a two-way communication. So that we'll be learning in I2C and SPI and UART also. And what is this ADC? ADC is nothing but the conversion of analog signals or the analog numbers to digital. I would give you an example of a sensor or the light sensors. So these sensors will give signal in analog form. It's not like 0 or 1. As if it is digital, we'll be just dealing with 0 and 1. If it is analog, the signals will be different. So to convert those analog signals to digital signals, we use ADC conversion. Okay, and nextly, even if like to learn more about the protocols and other things, please join our Telegram group. The link will be given in the descriptions. Now, what is this RTOC and bare metal C? So RTOC is nothing but real time OS. Okay, so here we'll not just be dealing with microcontrollers abstractions, we go beyond it. Okay, so directly programming the registers in that bare metal, or using the memory like stack memory heap and the linker scripts. Also, we'll be dealing with the tasks on RTOS, and we'll be learning in detailed about the startup codes, like where my code starts, how the flow is going in each line, what is happening behind each single line or each single letter of that code. Okay, so these things we'll be learning in the upcoming sessions, how we'll be writing the libraries for this, and how the libraries are working behind each functions. Everything we'll be learning in the upcoming sessions. So, to know more about the bare metals and RTOC, and to get the free resources, please join our Telegram group. The link will be given in the description box. Nextly, we'll be going to know about the connectivity of the protocols. So, how are they connected? How embedded is connecting two different modules? Like, we'll be connecting Wi-Fi with ESP32, MQTT for IoT, and Bluetooth we'll be dealing with, and the CAN modules, CAN buses we'll be working on. So, connecting these IoT things together, we'll be we'll be making mini projects, and for that mini projects, we'll be using our embedded knowledge which we learn from the basic. Okay, so nextly, to learn more about IoT connectivity and other Bluetooth modules and stuff. The free resource to get those links and the free resource, please join the Telegram group. And now the fifth phase is production grade skills. So we'll be having a doubt. How will I be separated from an hobbyist to an engineer? Right? So I can give you an example like the phones which we use has the RAM of 6 GB to 8 GB to 16 GB, right? So that's a huge amount of space. But when you take a microcontroller, what is microcontroller basically? It is having a small silicon chip, right? A small metal thing that will carry only 6 KB or 16 KB or only 32 KB of spacage. Okay, to write 1,000 line code and make it work with, we have to shorten the code or use more techniques so that that code should go fit inside that small storage space. Okay, so you can just imagine if it is an 16 KB space, even the low quality photo also can't fit inside it. But we'll be writing codes which is so small and very effective so that even the code is small, the work behind it will be very big. Okay. So I think this is a great example to uh, know that you're greater than an hobbyist who is learning. So an engineer will look into very detailed things when it comes to embedded coding. So we have to concentrate more on power optimization, hardware debugging, unit testing, firmware software and the standards, and the performance profiling. So these are important aspects which we will be concentrating after learning the embedded completely. Okay. Thank you for all your time you have spent hearing this video. All your support and interest, we'll be getting started with our new embedded system course. So please, everyone, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for new videos.